would take it as a compliment personally. I'm just gonna say it. You look like Tyrion Lannister.
Who, me?
Exo.
Oh, I was gonna say no, I don't.
Hey, Exo, guess what I got in the mail today?
Definitely not a watch.
No, oh God, no. Death Penguin, I found your headset. I will ship it out.
Oh, excellent.
Sorry, we're still digging out from this move. You got to move a 5-bedroom house. It's a lot of it ends up in the garage for 2 months. Hey, Pyro, you just ate yesterday. What the hell are you doing? What do you think this is?
I'm sorry, I'm a growing man.
Okay, I'm ready. We're live on the stream. Let's go to my live
are.
screen. Yeah, well, now we are there. Yeah, we're live, man.
I should.
It's all on you. No pressure.
All on, no pressure. Thanks.
Hey, wait. Where's Miles? Where's Miles' cam?
I can't hear you, honey.
I sent you a message.
You sent who a message? Me?
You?
I didn't get a message. Oh, there you are, up there.
I didn't know she sent you a message, so.
Yeah, well, this is part of the whole affair thing. Never mind. No, you know what? We don't care what we're not here to look pretty. God damn! Look at this thing. Look at this. 52 years of this.
No.
There's no software with her
This
cam.
camera is really horrible, and it's the worst. And I'm shy because let's just say I'm disabled and a shut-in, and I haven't, dolled myself up at all in over a year.
I did.
And
I dolled myself up for you guys tonight.
for convenience, I have been cutting my hair off myself, and I am not a stylist. It looks really bad. I mean, really bad, and I can't.
Okay.
I took
But
one
it was
look
your
at myself.
husband's. It was your husband's requirement. So.
I know, and that's fine, and I
And
understand
we have a
why.
month to solve it.
Yeah, we do.
Four
Okay.
sessions,
Yeah.
so.
All right. I will find my my webcam and send it to you. Death
Hey,
Penguin,
y'all
thanks
lucky
for
I
that
put a
host
shirt on
of.
today.
You have what?
Said y'all are lucky I put a shirt on today.
Yeah, we are. Okay, all right,
Okay.
we're ready. We're live. Welcome
ready,
everybody
we're
to
live.
Weary Bard
Bye.
Stream. This is we're going to call this affectionately from now on. This is going to be called Battles and Brews, just because Dungeons and Drafts is taken by a local bar. I didn't want to infringe upon anything legal, so that's what we are. Hey, Ghost, how you doing? Welcome, man. So yeah, this is our 0 session of our first D&D session. A couple of us, I think, first-time players ever, or just Exoa. I think are you the virgin?
Yeah, if Wolf hasn't played before, I think I might be the only one.
Woohoo!
The
Okay.
last time I played was 14 years ago, back in
Okay, yeah.
2004.
So you got your virginity back, I would say. Yeah.
That works.
That's all right, Mal. Your character doesn't have to be finished. That's what 0 sessions are for. We're all going to finish it
Oh,
up.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
So yeah, okay. So yeah, DM, tell us what we have so far.
Okay, what we have so far is
I gotta drag my
and
character sheet to the other
we
screen
have
over
also Pepsi. All right, so this is Weary Bard Stream. Thank you all for joining us. And what we have here is a stream of players going to play Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition. Specifically, we're going to play the Lost Mine of Vendelver, which is kind of a starter campaign. Which is kind of a starter campaign, specifically designed to help new players. They are not, however, using the default pre-generated characters.
True.
They've decided that they're going to use their own builds and stuff like that there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the room, as it were, and I'm going to have everybody kind of tell us about just a very brief about your character. you know, what you're going to be playing for a race, class combination, the background, if there's anything special about it, like, you know, does it play tiddlywinks while walking on water, you know, whatever. And we're going to start at the top where I've got them in order. So that would be Weary Bard.
Hoorah. Gren Crumbleberry at your service here. I'm playing a dwarf fighter, soon to be an eldritch knight. If anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a fighter that gets wizard spells starting at level 3. So gonna have some fun. So I am here. I am your tank. I'm your meat shield. And if there's treasure, I will find it.
Pop your character sheet up. Go to your bio tab so they can see a picture of you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll drag it back over here. There we go. It's not very big, but yeah, that's me. If everybody can see it, yeah, I can kind of see that. That's me. That's my magical baseball bat that I have in my hand, apparently.
I don't know if anyone can see my character.
Not yet.
Uh,
Yeah, how do we do that, DP? I guess we can't do that. Sexy bears.
Well,
I
Sexy
have
beard.
I have the settings.
yeah, I can open up everyone's character sheet and just see their front page, their backstory and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I see. So I could do
That's-
that.
that's
Oh, yeah,
it.
okay. All right, so I can do that on my screen, then everybody will see their character as people introduce themselves. So, yeah. So I'm a hill dwarf, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. So everybody, if there's in case there was any mistake by looking at me. So.
Pyro, you're up.
Tyrael Calroth. I am a far traveler, a rogue swashbuckler from the north. Swashbuckler plays how I'm playing him as more of a fencer than a pirate swashbuckler, so a little bit slightly different take on the swashbuckler.
And judging by your photo, you need to buckle your swash.
Absolutely.
All right, who's next?
Exuo, who is named here, it looks like.
Oh, look, a dwarf, eh?
Weird, it's not showing my character under my name.
Well, it says name here like you haven't named it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to put it up on your bio screen in your character sheet.
Wait, did you use the backup character to make the main character?
I have no clue. I have name here, notes, and then my actual character.
Oh yeah, he used the backup.
Yeah, he did. Okay, let me swap that for you real quick here.
Okay.
You will.
Meanwhile, you want to go to Wolf? Or Mao? Mao's next, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Mao's next.
Mao. All right, how do you say that name? Look at that.
Her
bio.
name is Dilcise Derzakacha. You just called her Dirza.
All right,
If
see.
that's too hard for you,
Woo,
you
for-
can just call her Dream.
I'm a dwarf. I'm going to call her something. I can't pronounce that.
Anyway, she is a half-elf. Most don't recognize the elf subspecies unless they're really familiar with elves, so she's just gonna be some kind of weird elf or half-elf to most people. Unless you're an elf, and then you probably very poignantly recognize that she's half human, half drow.
Ah, cool.
Which is why the name is so convoluted.
Right?
That's Dark Elf for those who don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, I've got some music playing in the background while we do intros and stuff like that. Once you start DP, then I'll stop and let you do your music and your
I can
sounds.
barely hear the music myself.
Yeah. That's good. It's just subtle.
Anyway, she's... Sorry?
No, go ahead if you have more.
Yes! I mean, so far all I did was cover her name and her race. She is a boomer. She is not utility, so she can't knock spell and stuff like that. She's Sork.
Wow.
Big boom. Big
That's
booming
Sorcerer for those who don't know.
Sork. Sorry.
Fingal Wiggler, yep.
Yes, I've been playing D&D since I was 11 years old. I'm an old pro.
Sweet. Well, considering what, you're 20, that's not that long.
Thanks. Thank you. Love you. What else about?
And don't tell us
she's
too
a
much.
Sork. I don't remember what her... Oh, she's a frost sorceress.
Oh, cool.
Raw Sorceress, yeah,
That's
the
right.
next
She's Elsa.
Are you gonna bust out and do you want to build a snowman?
Gosh,
I'm
no,
done.
no,
Okay.
no.
Right.
I actually didn't like that movie.
I hated it.
Thank you. I thought the moose was entertaining, Everything else was like, what?
The comic relief is always the best part in every all
Right?
Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like Shrek. Shrek is great, but
Exactly,
you know,
but
Donkey
it's
delivers
Donkey.
the great lines.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles. Hell yeah.
Shrek was good top to bottom, in my opinion. But anyway.
All right, Wolf of Odin.
All right.
All right. I'm more or less making this voice up on the fly. Torin the Dendrian. He is a dragonkin. I gave up on that voice halfway through. Barbarian. And he is he has a very clear goal in mind. His father strived to be the world's strongest dragonkin, but his father lost to a rival, so to say, and Torin has taken up that mantle, and he is trying to crush the person who killed his father, while at the same time trying to achieve the same goal plus more. He is your barbarian, and he is going to cleave through everything with animal ferocity.
Scary.
Whew.
Oh,
All right.
Fantastic.
Does he fear
Barbarian.
magic?
Depends.
I mean, like, are we gonna have issues with him calling my character a witch? And
Nah, probably not.
okay.
Yeah, it's not like previous editions of D&D so much. So,
Well, yeah, barbarians are used to be very anti-magic.
All right. Who's up next?
the other person is actually not here tonight.
Oberon?
Oberon, who's a level 1 bard, half elf. That player, I believe, is at Gen Con.
Oh, cool. Bard.
Well,
right
we
on.
skipped Exuo.
Yeah, we got to
right?
get back to him. So
Yep.
he is. There he is.
How did
Save
I
the
skip-
best for last.
how did I skip
Well, the
this?
shortest
Oh, I
anyways, yeah.
did.
Oh yeah, you're fixing my character. Remember?
We used
Oh,
the backup
yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, I swapped them around. Yeah, go ahead, XO.
All right, this is Exo. I'm going to be playing a hill dwarf cleric, so I'll be patching up the group. Character's name is Baldock Brightbeard. Neutral good alignment, so he has a background as a sailor. Terrible foul mouth. Not the brightest guy as far as intelligence goes, but really reliable, super wise, and pretty strong as well from working on a ship most of his life.
So everyone was human or dwarven. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you know, Baldic,
Yeah.
you have to do all your
Exactly.
you have to do all your
me.
cussing in a Scottish accent.
Oberon
So-
was what? Besides a bard?
I believe he was
Human?
half elf.
He was half elf. Yeah,
Half elf.
Yeah, so two half elves.
Half elf bard, yeah.
sweet.
And I'm the Dragonborn.
Oh, you're dragonborn. Okay.
Yeah. he's
Yeah.
Now I don't feel so
out of
shiny.
place.
Exo,
I
Exo,
was
did you
starting to feel
see
like
my
the glowing
text?
beacon in the party, like really the odd woman out. So that's good. Okay.
Did you see my text there, Exo? In the chat there.
Who what?
I did. I agree 100%.
Ray Bard nudges Baldock, never ever trust one that has a tail. That's it.
Except that the dragonborn has a tail, doesn't it?
hence the nudge there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna steal a show for just a little moment here. This is Weary Bard's stream. That said, you just started a new job here recently, and you asked for some time to get everything set up for your own campaign. And I know how that goes. It can take a while, which is why I'm running the first game here, folks. I'm Death Penguin from Death Penguin TV. I'm Cal Jacksa. Hi. That's on Twitch, and I'm sure you can see me in whatever. It's fine. This is the Bard show. I'm a long-term gamer, and when I say long-term, I'm old enough to have played D&D when it was still 5x7 soft covers tied to chainmail back in the 70s. So there's that. I won't go into it any deeper than that. I'll just say, hi, how you doing? And we'll jump right in here, and unless somebody else has something they want to say or do,
No, there's just for everybody out there that's wondering what's going on. This is our 0 session, so we're gonna tie up loose ends on characters, get everybody kind of acquainted, and then I think DP, it's up to you at the end if we have time to, kind of introduce us. We can start if you guys are ready by then, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
we'll see. It's yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, show is yours.
All right, so my first question is, who does not have their character done already? Did you say something? No?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm not finished.
Oh,
Okay.
that mute button
So-
sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm doing it manually. I keep muting myself just so that you guys don't hear his echo in my mic.
Ah, gotcha. That's right. You guys are next to each other, huh?
Yeah, for those who don't know, Mao is actually my wife of, how long have we been married now? 10, 11 years?
It's 2007.
Ooh, 11 years.
11 years. Yeah. And I'm in the kitchen at my desk, at the dining room attached to our small kitchen at the desk. And she's in the living room, which is about 15 feet away, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is why when I turn my head like this, I'm looking at her. Okay, who else is not done with their character?
I believe I just finished mine up. All I had to roll were the stats, so I think I'm good to go.
All right, so what we're gonna do is, this is part of the checks and balances for your characters. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with Bard, and we're gonna go over each of your guys' characters.
Heavy,
for
Heavy
those
D
that are
says,
done.
"Dang it, Mao, we were counting on you."
What's that?
What?
Heavy D says, "Dang it, Mao, we were counting on you. You let us all down, or let him down."
I'm sorry.
Heavy D said that?
Yeah, Heavy D.
I have a very busy life outside of this. So.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot to click the go-to channel when I hosted you.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah. He's in there.
Hey, Heavy. Who else is in there? Let me check real quick. Bard Spot, Exuo, Bard, Commander Root, Decap Smurf, Electrical Longboard, 3 bots, 2 of
Yeah.
which are following me. Go figure.
Oh, cool. Right on.
I'm here.
Heavy's there, and Verhartu. Okay, so we're going to do character check, make sure everything's good. So I'm going to be manipulating your character as I go through everything. Now, this is not a requirement, it's just a suggestion. If you actually put a background in your bio and info tab, I will at some point tie that in some way into the current storyline and maybe even use that as a spin-off.
Yeah, I've got to do
for
mine yet,
alternate adventures. So
so I haven't
Yeah, I
gotten
also
mine.
need to do mine.
Sweet. I got
Alright.
mine done.
So the stats, I mean, you roll your stats, you plug them in, the character sheet does that. By the way, what did you guys think of that new character assist for creating the character in here in Roll20?
I kind of liked it actually.
Yeah, step by step. Yeah.
Yeah, I really
I mean,
like
as a first-time player, it was really, really useful to me. Kind of pointing
Yeah,
me
very
in the
Once I
direction.
got the hang of it, I think it is very useful, but at first, for someone who's used to swapping around and jumping around the character sheet as I go through the book, because it's easier to maneuver the character sheet than the book, it
Yeah.
was annoying to me to have to stop and, okay, go here, look that up. Okay, go there, look that up. Go. Okay,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
fill in this page. Okay, now the next page.
Yeah.
It was annoying to have to do it in a given.
in a given
Order.
order.
Yeah.
But once you realize what they were doing, I can see that the second and third characters you make, you're just going to blow right through that, and it gives you a lot of versatility on what you're putting into it.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
I
Okay.
apologize. I need an AFK.
okay, go ahead.
Does everybody here know about the compendium that's actually inside of Roll20?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled across it yesterday.
Okay. It's the little information button at the top of the chat window there. If you click on that, it'll take you to a compendium. You can look up all the 5e stuff. Well, most of it's in there.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah.
And if I
Nice.
had actually, to a certain degree, you can actually copy paste and all kinds of stuff on that. And if I had purchased that myself as the GM and the person running the game, we would have even more capability. But it's a little expensive, so I haven't gone that direction yet. But it definitely helps. Absolutely.
Cool. All right.
All right, so what we're going to do here is all the numbers automatically punch in. So we're just going to review your hit points, armor class, speeds, your traits, and various things. So you've got Bard's got an 18. Now this is a fighter, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, level 1 Hill Dwarf fighter, 18 armor class. That's pretty good for starting. What's your... Oh, that's your proficiency. It's chainmail and shield.
Mm-hmm. And the pluses to the Constitution.
Right, and you get...
Plus 1
the
armor class
Hill
each level.
Dwarf gets a +1 hit point per level, right?
Is it hit points? Yeah. Yeah, I do believe so.
Right. So 10 for the fighter, and then 5 from Constitution, and Hill Dwarf gets an extra one. So 16 starting hit points, which is amazingly good. So you are driven by a wanderlust that led you away from home. You have a lesson for every situation drawn from observing nature. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. I can see that now.
Oh, yes.
Your ideals. The natural world is more important than all the constructs of civilization. So you're more of a...
I'm a dreamer.
He's a hippie.
Yeah, I'm a
I was gonna say
hippie.
he's a
Thank you for
hippie.
that. Yes.
Good to be happy.
Your bonds are you suffer awful visions of a coming disaster and will do anything to prevent it. Oh, I'm going to have fun with that one.
Yeah, so am I. So just so you know.
And then your flaw is you're too enamored of ale, wine, and other intoxicants. So you're a normal dwarf. I mean...
Well,
yeah.
yes. Yes, I am.
It has you choose the fighting style right out of the gate.
I did, yes.
Oh, okay. So you took protection.
I did.
Is that the one that? Oh, I like that. You can click on it and it opens it up.
Yeah, and in fact, when you click on it, it opens up in what I'm seeing as well, too.
It's 5 feet. You can use your reaction.
That's the one
group.
that you can protect people next to you and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You create disadvantage, but you have to be using the shield.
And it's a
Second one is-
reaction,
Oh, very
too.
nice.
So it's really nice because it's a reaction, which I like.
Yeah. And the second win is that's your recover hit points.
Yes.
Speed. Your speed is not reduced when wearing heavy armor. If you're a dwarf, that's a no-brainer. Your dark vision, that's a no-brainer. Your hill dwarf, stone cutting, okay. You gain advantage on saving throws versus poison. And the wanderer background gives you maps and geography. Nice.
Yeah, that's going to be very useful.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not your average dumb dwarf.
You have brewers, supplies, bagpipes. Really? Bagpipes?
That was for you, man. That was for you.
I'm going to create a situation at some point where the bagpipes are going to become relevant to some minor dragon.
It's okay. I have a bagpipe sound effect somewhere.
Okay. So all your front page stuff looks good. You get 1 hit dice. And we actually went over this before. You wanted to wield it primarily two-handed on the battle axe, right?
No, one-handed with a shield.
Or one-handed with a shield.
Yeah.
But I told you to go ahead and leave the two-hand in there
Yeah,
because it does have that option capability.
I do. And I do have a light crossbow, so I can have some range.
Okay.
And 20 arrows. So
Oh, look at that. You have such massive amounts of information on that bio tab.
Yeah.
You're going to want to fill that in eventually.
I worked 53 hours last week.
That'll give us something to do this week.
That's why I'm running this, so you
Yep.
have a chance to.
Oh, and I guess I got to work
Settle
tomorrow
in.
too.
All right, your character looks good. Let me look at your.
Damn right, I
inventory
look
here.
good.
Female. Battle axe, shield, crossbows, backpack, crowbar, hammer, pitons. 10 pitons, 10 torches, 10 rations. All right, that'll looks good. And that reminds me, for those of you who are watching the stream, and for everybody else, there is something that we are going to do different. And as soon as I get to player handouts here, we are going to ignore encumbrance, but we're going to do this, which I showed everybody, but I'm guessing Bard has on a oh no, there it is. We're going to use something that I've put together, and it's been cobbled together from several sources, and it's I really like the way it works. It's called an inventory slot system, and instead of us worrying about counting every coin and everything you stuff in your bags, etc., it takes up slots. So if you're looking at it, for those of you who can see it, your body has X number of slots per area. So you have head slot, face slot, neck, shoulders, torso, arms, hands, weapon slots, waist, legs, feet, and then there's horses and mules, breakdown for the backpack, sacks, objects of holding, and then we have how many slots things take up. Ranged weapons, melee weapons, armors, adventuring gear, land transport, and coin weight. Every 50 coins, regardless of the type of coin, takes up 1 slot. So you don't have to worry about counting it. You just have to round it to the nearest 50 coins.
Cool. Oh,
That's how we're going to handle encumbrance versus the inventory slot system.
That looks great to me.
yeah, that works. I like that. Actually, I've never played with that kind of system, so that's kind of cool.
I think you're going to find that it allows us to track encumbrance without encumbrance becoming an encumbrance to the game itself. Your character looks good, Bard.
Clever word usage.
Yes, thank you. I do know how to pontificate, and I am articulate. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to move on to Pyro here. People are talking in the chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have bio and info. You got a little bit of thing here. It says, exiled in the cold of Social 10 years ago after being framed for his sister's death. Okay. Made your way across the frozen tundra of Faerun. Scar across the cheek. Lives life trying to forget his family. Okay, so sundered from family. Check. Bugged on monitor. Check. What's the...
Is that a truck backing up? Bunch of noise next door.
No, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm a little overweight.
Oh, no, I know what it is. Hang on.
His hot pocket's done.
Man, you better share those hot pockets.
I know, right? They're
Is
so
your
good.
alarmed because you had a Pepsi in the freezer?
That was the timer alarm because I stuck a can of Pepsi in the freezer.
Nice.
Whatever.
Nice.
I'm like, what is that beeping?
So, did I get that right? We don't have a utility rogue or a utility wizard?
We do have a rogue.
We do?
Well,
We have a utility rogue.
I don't
No,
know.
he's definitely more of a fighter.
Okay.
Closer
There
to a
is-
dex fighter than a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is no utility rogue. There is no utility caster.
Well, so things like traps and puzzles are going to
Now
hang us
that
up.
said, you do have a half elf bard, which will be
Right.
joining you at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bard should be able to pick up some slack.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Excuse me.
Unless he
And-
goes with some kind of weird blade dancing bard. And then we're all screwed. No, I'm
Or gets killed and becomes Bob, and
Mhm.
I'll explain that later.
oh, Bob!
Yeah.
Let's bring back Bob.
I always wanted to play a bard that
we'll
can't sing.
explain Bob. What's that?
I always wanted to play a bard that can't sing.
The kid. I played a mute bard before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He did drums.
I ran a campaign. Sorry. Didn't know you weren't finished.
I'm still trying to get through these characters.
Okay, just really quick, I ran a campaign once, and a member of my really large group played a bard whose quote-unquote talent was basically trash talking.
Did it work though? How was
Like,
his charisma?
Working a crowd, just charismatic bantering. I'm like, okay, cool.
All right, Pyro.
It's like a hype man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you are a level 1 rogue, human rogue, bar traveler background. Okay. Dex. Oh, those are good numbers for stats.
It was pretty solid rolls.
Yeah. Okay. 10 hit points. 14 armor class. Is that accurate? 10 plus. I always double check these because sometimes the computer calculation on the character sheet fails. Other armor. Okay. And then you have Dex plus 1. Okay, that's all good. Rapier, short sword, and dagger. Okay. Your proficiencies look good. Thieves' tools, nest kit, traveler clothes, loot. You have a loot and a 10 gold piece pendant. Okay, explain to me why you have a loot and a 10 gold piece pendant.
So it is part of the far traveler background. He is proficient in one instrument to accompany him through his travels, and the pendant is a family heirloom from the realm in which he has departed from.
Ah. I just realized there is something missing from the first 2 characters. We will come back to that. Somebody remind me at the end.
Trinkets.
Trinkets.
Oh, I didn't pick any trinkets.
Aha, well, you'll be happily
And-
surprised to find I have mine.
Oh, do you? Well, we'll get there in a minute. All right, so human rogue here, your personality traits, different assumptions. What does it say? Different assumption for those around me concerning personal space. Lively with special space there. Invading
I
other,
don't know why that's
others' space. In innocence or reacting to ignorant invasion of my own. So what you mean there is you invade others' space?
It could be either one, but basically the cultural norms are different from him to anyone else around Faerun, just because of the locale difference. Kind of how those in Korea don't really have the same understanding of personal space as us in America do.
Okay. I actually get that reference, having traveled the world, so.
Yeah, I've been in San
Alright,
Francisco.
and
so-
then, you have your own ideas about what is and is not food. Trying eating habits of those around you fascinating, confusing, or revolting. I'm down for that. That ought to be interesting to see in play.
He's playing a Dragonborn, right?
No, this is a human.
I'm a human.
Oh,
Yeah, this should be interesting.
Are you
Wow.
a real human?
Ideals, adventure, far from home, and
Again, another oddball space.
yeah, that's okay. I know how to fix those. So. Oh, I didn't look at. I forgot to tell everybody about alignment. Sorry, I'm looking at your character sheet. Neutral good. Okay, so we got a neutral good dwarf. We got a chaotic good human. Bonds, though I had no choice. I lament having to leave loved ones. Okay. claws. The exotic beauty of people. Okay. Sneak attack goes without saying. Yep. Thieves can't, which is language. All eyes on you. What's this? Accent, mannerisms, figures of speech, and perhaps even your appearance all mark you as foreign. Curious glances are directed your way wherever you go, which can be a nuisance, but you also gain the friendly insights of scholars. Okay. Oh, I see. That's kind of an interesting thing that allows you to interact with NPCs in a different manner. All right.
And there is more detail to his bio in the actual bio tab as opposed to the bio and info too.
Oh, you were a follower of Sune. Interesting. Not surprising, but interesting. Distinguishable marks, unusually pale skin. Are you albino or just pale?
Close to albino. Think of like the palest pale person you've seen, just because being in the north, constantly wrapped up from the cold and things like that.
You're gonna love the elf.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, hair color, star-crossed cheek. I'm not gonna go into the character backstory much. I'm leaving those as kind of a plot hook for later. So. And then you don't have any spells. All right, you're good. That's all good. So we're gonna move on to the next one here.
I picked a trinket. Woohoo!
Yeah. The reason I wanted you to hold off on that is because it says I think you can either pick one or roll, but there's something special I wanna go into about that.
Okay.
We'll get back to it. Exo.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's see. Ooh, 8 dexterity. Really?
Hey, now. Not in a hurry to get anywhere.
6 intelligence.
I had low rolls, man.
Wait, hold on.
Ouch.
25, 35, 36, 37, 38. 40. Okay, something's not right here. Hang on. 15 plus 8 plus 13. I have a minimum number you have to achieve. It is entirely possible you will get to roll your... You did not make the 72 mark. You only have 70 points in stats. So you may, if you want, right now, re-roll your stats. They have to add up to at least 72 points.
Do I need to re-roll all of them?
Yeah, if you're going to re-roll, you have to re-roll them all.
Tempting. I don't know, because I got 3 decent ones, so I at least got 2 good ones.
Pyro, were you raising your hand for a question there, Pyro?
No, it was not. Putting something up on the shelf.
Okay.
Well, being a first-time player, let me default to more experienced minds. So
You definitely
I
want
had-
to roll.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I had 2 good stats basically. Okay, I'll re-roll them up right now.
It is better in the long run to have a set of average stats than to hamper yourself with 2 or 3 substats.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his rolls here. So give us 6 rolls, 4d6. And I want to show you a formula here for those of you who don't know anything. What you're going to do is you're going to type this. You're going to type /roll base 4d6k3. So it turns out that it will automatically give you the previous numbers.
Here, I want to disable, unless there's a reason we want it on. I don't know if y'all can see my dice rolls. I want to just put it on the simple chat roll so I don't have to click and drag my dice every time. At least for this part.
I just use the string command. I don't use the dice thing.
You can do whatever you want. I was just showing you a way that it would give you a final number without having to.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, you
wanna-
mind if I ignore that first one, or you want me to use it?
Huh? No, you can ignore that. I rolled that.
I think he was asking if you can use it. You just rolled a
Sure. No.
15.
Sure, you
No,
can use it.
I rolled. No, I was going to use the one I rolled before, but I'll just do new ones using the command you showed me.
Oh, the 10?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
the
I
slash
don't want
roll.
no 10.
Roll 6, and if you have a number that's under 10, sub the 10 in. Let's do it. that
All
way.
right.
I didn't think to check everybody else's numbers. Pretty sure Bard is well above.
Hey, somebody refresh me where we find out how much money we start with.
There's a page you roll.
Hmm.
Hang on, I'll find the page. Because I was just there.
Okay,
Glad you said that. I totally forgot about that.
I did too.
You're supposed to either roll the dice or take the starting gear. But then if you take the starting gear, how do you pay for your drinks at the tavern when you're looking for work?
I know.
So-
right?
I know a lot of backgrounds have gold in them too.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, mine didn't. So anyway.
Yeah, mine didn't either.
It is starting wealth by class is based on book page 143,
I was on 145.
PDF page 134.
All right, so is that 6?
That's 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that 6 and remove it. We're gonna ignore that one, and I've looked at everybody else's character sheet, and everybody has an exceptional number.
Yeah,
This is
take the 10 instead of the 6. That 6 is like a botch, man.
No, we're actually gonna add the 10 to the 6.
That is much better numbers than I have.
I don't think so.
Okay, now I have to look. Save changes.
Or Jesus is with me on my rolls.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, so you're gonna get 116, 114, 2 13s, 2 12s.
Yeah, I take it back.
as your numbers,
Nice.
and then
Alrighty.
put those however you want, and make sure that you put your racial adjustments in there.
I think it automatically adds them if I'm not mistaken, but I'll check.
It doesn't. Well, it does if yeah.
It does if you're using the initial creator, but after that probably not.
So 140 Bart.
Yeah. I'm gonna check my background though, because I don't know if I had it in there or not.
Yeah, double check your background,
I don't-
guys, because some of those.
My
have
background didn't have any.
I don't think mine did either. That I would have remembered.
The reason that I prefer characters have a 72 plus total is no matter what system you're using, if you don't have an average of 72 plus collectively across your stats, at some point you will automatically make that really bad saving throw, and your character will just outright die because you didn't have what I consider to be the minimum baseline.
Gotcha.
It's less of an issue in 5th edition, but it's still there, so I still maintain the 72 plus average.
No, my background does give me 10.
So it does give you 10 gold?
Yeah.
Nice. XO, did you not use the... Oh, there it is. Never mind.
All right. Yeah, it just updated. It has my new stats in there.
All right, so we got 15, 12, 15. Yeah, see, those aren't bad numbers. I mean, you could do better. You could do a lot worse.
No, yeah, I'm fine with those.
Yeah. All right, so you stretch the truth for the sake of a good story. The language
Like a
is
sailor.
Yeah, language is as foul as an Otyog's nest. That's funny. For those who don't know who are watching, an Otyog is a earth primal creature. Is that the one that has the 3 legs, or is that the Zorn I'm thinking of? I always get them confused. Ideals: you respect the things that keep the ship together. Mutual respect between captain and crew. Okay. Oh, and your mutual good. Okay. Your bonds: you were chewed out of your fair share of profits, and you want your due. Okay. Flaws: you'll say anything to avoid having to do extra work. Oh my! I can see this coming now. We
Nice.
should pitch camp. We should pitch camp and rest for the night. And the Baldock says, "Yes, you absolutely should. I'll supervise."
Oh, Rosie, Rosie, whoa, whoa.
See that coming a mile away.
Yep, I'll check the supplies. You guys get the tent
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
Here, after me, you're first.
So you went with a Warhammer light crossbow. Okay. 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 Ritual casting. Okay, yeah, that's Disciple of Life. So your first level your healing spells are more effective when you use a spell with first level higher. It restores hit points to a creature. The creature regains an additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So the minimum that your is that additional. So you go when you do Cure Wound, you are actually doing 1d3 plus 3 plus 4.
Correct.
Nice. Holy cow.
I think equal to 2 plus the spell. No, 1d3 plus 3 plus 3 for a first level spell.
Right, right.
That's still
That's
pretty awesome.
Nice. That's
I know,
some
right?
nice healing right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Very nice.
DP just made a note, buff up NPCs.
What's yeah. Yeah, dwarf. You're a dwarf. Yeah, you're a dwarf. Okay, dark vision, stone cutting, dwarven resilience, ship's passage. What do we got? You can secure free passage on a sailing ship. Do you have the sailor background? Is that what I missed? Yeah,
I do.
Sailor background. Okay, that all looks good. Smithing tools, navigation tools. You have a water vehicle?
I have a proficiency with water vehicles.
Oh, right. Sailor. Duh. 15 AC, 11 hit points.
Yeah, so I'll leave the land navigation to Grelin, and once we get to some water, I can take over.
You'll need to punch your actual spells, all your spells in eventually, but it's not critical right now.
Ah, damn, yeah. It must have gotten wiped when I just rebuilt them, because I had them in there, but I can redo that. It's not a problem.
Yeah, no biggie. All right. You're good. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing on all the characters so far. Lots to really screw with the party. I mean...
Damn right.
All right, we're going to go over Mal's character now. Or are you still building? Should I skip you for now?
I think you can hit me.
All right.
Oh. I hope that saved. It did. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to read this just because I think this is important to the party.
Okay.
She is dressed in an old hand-me-down black silk gown. The bottom hem is tattered. The silver embroidery still shimmers but looks tarnished or faded. Over it, she wears a thick velvet cloak that is looking threadbare at the edges. Her feet are clad in soft leather and scuffed, despite having once been dyed a rich violet color.
Mysterious.
Thank you.
and a piece of information that I can use for later. So I like that. All right,
Well-
we're gonna look at your stats here. You are a sorcerer. That means your charisma prime.
I am
Oh,
charming up the wazoo.
yeah.
Yeah, we can tell.
For those watching who don't know, clerics are wisdom prime, fighters are mostly strength prime, rogues are mostly dexterity prime. That said, you can be any combination. I mean, I've seen rogues that are brute strength. Their idea of lock picking is, you know, a 20 strength kicking the door in.
That's my idea of accomplishing everything.
Is it?
What
Barbarian?
is it? What is it that phrase? Barbarian. Sometimes
Hulk smash.
Sometimes the solution is to hit it. Sometimes the solution is hit it with an axe. You hit it repeatedly. If it doesn't die, you push it over. You hit it again. If it doesn't die, you kick it. You hit it again. If it doesn't move, it's probably a tree.
Yep.
Okay. So you have a 17 AC. How'd you manage that?
My build. I have a constant frost layer over my skin and clothes. Oh yeah, I forgot that part in the description because I got interrupted.
Yeah. 9 hit points, 17 AC, 3 initiative.
17 HC and 9 hit points.
Yeah. She's a sorcerer. I mean, what do you
Right.
expect? All right. Personality traits: slow to trust, don't share true feelings, patient, and bear insults with grace. Yeah. Is this gonna be one of those characters where you nod and smile, and when they turn their back, you nuke them into oblivion?
No. She's just cold and aloof. She longs for companionship. She longs for everything because she's a very lonely orphan. But she was raised by a drow, so she's very controlled and stoic.
Do you want to build a snowman?
God no.
Sorry.
Ideals: you are tolerance, live and let live, neutral. Oh, you're chaotic neutral. You're a coin flipper.
Yeah,
Maybe.
whatever my mood. I'm a tempestuous, frosty bitch. I'm an ice queen. What do you want?
I'd like strawberry and orange in a cone, please.
Sure.
Bonds: you must find a place where me and those like me can live in peace. Okay. North Pole, maybe? I don't know.
That they didn't really have a bond that worked for me, so I rolled my trinket and I got number 4. I rolled a 4 for my trinket, which is a journal written in a language I can't read.
Yes,
Perfect.
I
It's gonna be
love
from
those.
Daddy.
Perfect.
It's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be
pretty nice.
Daddy's journal.
Aw.
Flaws: you do not ever fully trust anyone. There's a word for that. It's called paranoid.
It's called being drow.
All right, so you have a frost background, so we're gonna look at this stuff here. Frost skin. So magic flows through you, blah blah blah. Your AC equals 10 plus your dexterity mod plus your charisma mod. Holy smokes!
Now you know why I stacked my
Why-
stats the way I did.
Why you're a sorcerer with a 17 starting AC? That's nice.
Yeah, you got one
What
less
is
than
it?
the fighter.
What's that?
You got one less than the fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just put the Sork on the front line. How's that?
Works for me.
No,
Mm-hmm.
put me on the Dragonborn's shoulders.
She can blind
Frozen
them.
Heart, that's not relevant because it's in level 6.
Yeah, none of the rest of that is relevant until level 6.
Yeah, but I want to make sure it doesn't.
The only thing that's relevant now is my cantrip.
Oh, I was in the middle of reading there.
Sorry. I was just saying the only thing that's relevant now is the cantrip Winter's Grasp, which is basically a touch version of Ray of Frost.
So you have to be in touch
Gotcha.
range.
Okay.
Cool.
Frozen Soul is level 18. Okay. Dark Vision.
So guys, don't let her touch you.
Don't let her touch you. It's a whole new meaning on the words icy bitch, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, really.
Or blute. Never mind.
Oh, and the Between Two Worlds, we talked about this.
I
Only
added a
elf-
thing. I added an addendum at the bottom.
You did?
Addendum.
Most repellers people humans will see only some kind of elf or half elf and will not have any reason to shun her. See other elves. So yeah, that's true. And basically, for those watching, what I decided was based on her build. She's a very pale looking elf, almost albino like,
With violet eyes.
with violet eyes. So she's
And-
just going to be seen as an exotic, beautiful elf to most humans or most non-elves. But to elves, they're going to look at her and like turn their nose up and be all snobby. And it's like, we can see that
She's-
dark drow in you.
Yeah, she's technically not pale. She's more gray.
Yeah. You have the high elf look.
She has the gray elf look, except gray elves may not
gray elf,
exist in
rather.
this realm.
Kind of
It's,
suffers the stereotypical half elf conundrum where both halves don't really like you or think
Right,
you're
yeah.
different.
Yeah, kinda. This is a good character. I like this kind. I liked all the characters thus far. This one is going to both help the party a lot in various situations, but I can think of at least 2 spots where the party is going to have to decide: defend our companion or let the bitch die.
She's used to being on her own.
Shunned. Oh, afflicted shun half. Okay. This character is good. I had actually pre-discussed that character with her. Wolf.
I still need to finish writing and stuff, so.
Yeah. We're gonna move on to Wolf here,
Oh,
whose character sheet is not responding and is blank. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, hey. And looks like you turned his camera off, or it failed, or one of the two.
no, it's showing it's on for me. Hang
I
on.
see a picture, so.
Let me check that.
Right. Stats. You are a barbarian with a warmonger background. Chaotic good. I'm very happy to see that we do not thus far
Have any chaotic evil?
any conflicting alignments. By conflicting, for those who don't know, I'm talking about having both lawful and chaotic in the same party, which almost everyone fails to properly roleplay.
We don't have a paladin, and we don't have a monk, and we don't have a cavalier, so we don't have a lawful. Love cavalier.
That's nice.
And the bard is chaotic good. So you are all either neutral good, chaotic good, and you've got one chaotic neutral who can handle your two alignments. So
Damn,
that's good. We're not
I knew
gonna
I
have
should
a
have
lot
went
of conflict
chaotic
there.
evil. I knew it.
Can you see me now?
Negative. But
You
let
look-
me refresh my own because your page didn't want to load. I think roll 20.
I don't see him either. I just see
Yeah, I
your,
can't see him either.
I see your character.
It might have been an issue with my my antivirus 'cause it tracks my my web camera.
You see, you'll need to build an exception in the wall. Definitely, as everybody's stuff slowly returns here. Oh, there you are. Now I don't see Exo.
Oh no!
I still don't see Torin's or Wolf's camera.
They're showing up
Yeah.
on the stream.
Yeah, I see. I don't see you, DP, or Wolf.
And this,
Yeah,
by
Wolf's
the
the only one
way-
I can't see.
Yeah, this, by the way, is why I wanted to run the sound through the Discord. Because Roll20's video and audio is not as reliable. as
Unreliable.
I see Bard now.
You
I
can see me?
Pyro now.
Okay.
I see a black screen for Exo.
I
Alright,
see
back-
black. for Bard and Myra.
You really?
Yeah.
Well, on
Yeah,
on my screen, the only one
It's
I'm
both.
missing is Wolf, which is good because that's for the stream, so everybody's seeing everybody except Wolf's cam.
Yeah, that's all that I can't see on mine either.
That's odd. Hang on, let me try refreshing this again.
Okay. Sorry, continue on DP if you'd like.
We're on Wolf's character here, Torin. Oh, there's Exo who popped up.
Yep, I just used the reconnect button in the settings just to
Yeah,
kind of
try
refresh
that,
it
Wolf.
for everybody. Yep. So now all I'm missing is Wolf.
Yeah,
I
Wolf.
see Wolf actually.
Wolf, try to hit that reconnect button in the settings.
Yep. I just refreshed my my page, so once it pops up, it should show me. Okay.
All right.
I just hit reconnect.
Pyro is speaking.
Hey, I
in
got you now,
tongues.
Wolf.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was trying
Alright.
to click something to read it. I
Oh.
don't know what why I did that.
This is just for future reference. For those of you who haven't dealt with heavily with Wolf 20 before, your best course of action, honestly, is about once an hour. Just hit F5, reload the whole page.
That's what I've been doing.
All right, so Wolf here. We got Torin, Dardendron,
Dardandron.
Torin. Okay.
Torrent it is.
You call me Tor for short.
TD.
TD. Yeah, there we go. Follower Bahamut. Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go up and get my mead.
I was about to say, speaking on behalf of the dwarves, I have to go refill the wine flask.
Right.
As soon as we're done with his character, yeah, as soon as he's done with his character, I actually suggest about a 5-minute break. Stretch
Okay.
our legs,
Let's
stuff like
finish
that.
his
Sounds
character
good.
then.
Yeah, right on.
All right, so we have stats 17, 15, 11, 15, 8 wisdom, 14 charisma. Okay, so 12 HP. Oh, you are a barbarian who has a non-modified constitution. And I gotta be honest. I think if it were me, I'd put that 15 in an intelligence. I'd swap the intelligence and the con if it were me personally.
Okay, I can do that if you want.
I have no problem with that. We haven't started. This is the zero session is designed expressly to fine-tune the characters. You're a barbarian. The thing to remember is you're never going to have the armor class of a true fighter. Never.
Yeah, I prefer to
So-
go unarmored.
So you definitely need to have more HP.
Gotcha. I swapped that out.
I won't let you die, Wolf.
That should have auto calculated your hit points, but maybe not. You get a D12, right?
It's a barbarian. It should be a D12.
All right. So this is what we do. With that minor adjustment there. So now you have 14 hit points. 12 armor class, 2 initiative. Battle axe, javelin, huh?
Yeah, that was. I don't need it. It was kind of there. I think it's part of the default package.
Probably, yeah.
Actually, I'll get rid of that if you don't mind.
That's up to you. If you don't want to have it, this is what I'm doing with gear, guys. If something comes in your package and you don't actually want it, you may sell it for 50% of what the book says to get the coin from it.
Okay.
I am curious why you only have 2 skills. Even a barbarian should have more than 2 skills.
I think that was where we were talking about that earlier. I I think it was skill proficiencies, and I thought it was only 2. At least that's what I remember reading.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to look that one up. Classes. Barbarian. So you choose 2 from animal handling, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival. You chose athletics and intimidation. Okay. So that's your class. Now your background is warmonger. Where did you get that one?
The other choice was accolade, so I figured I'd just make one. I didn't. I
I'm sorry.
wasn't.
Did you create the background?
Yeah. There was a drop-down menu with only one choice, and it was accolade, and I didn't think that was like proper for a barbarian, so I just typed in warmonger.
Your background is a specific set of information. You can't just create one. You're actually cheating yourself out of skills and proficiencies and features and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
there was only one choice in there, and it was
That's
accolade.
That's okay. We will, when we come back from our break, we'll address that. But let me
Yeah, I
finish
had the
rest
same
of it.
issue also. I had to make a sailor as a custom class because all I had was acolyte. But I mean, I just ripped everything straight from the player's handbook for all
Yeah.
the fields.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with the pre-made builder is it only had the acolyte in it.
Yeah. I didn't see any bonuses or anything that
Are
I
you sure?
missed, but
Hey, Pyro, refresh your cam. I can't see that amazing bed that you're in.
Notable NPCs.
There you go.
Oh, I went with a special one for mine. So
Yeah, when I went through the builder, it only had the acolyte one for the background as well. I had to put in all the far traveler stuff from the book.
Yeah, same here. I mean,
Uh-oh.
I just
my Roll20 just froze.
peachy.
A lot of it looked like it was the SRD stuff, the free stuff that Wizard puts out.
Yeah, well, it could. Does it have something to do with this module, maybe?
It's possible.
Because technically, this module is a beginner thing that they've made, and it actually recommends the classes that you use in it.
Yeah. Oh, well, my entire thing closed out there. Roll dagger. Not sure why it crashed there, but it did. All right, so short-tempered, abrasive, proud, strength, survive, family honor above all else. Okay. Bonds his father's memory, his mother and clan. Okay, flaws. Feels other only get in the way. Cannot get along with most civilized people. Trouble follows him wherever he goes. So you are a charge in, kill stuff, don't bother to ask questions type of person. And anybody who gets in your way or questions your honor must pay the ultimate price. Check. Rage, unarmed defense. You get. See, there's another reason to change your dex or your con. The unarmored defense. Armor class equals 10 plus Dex mod plus Con mod. Wait. Your armor class is wrong.
Okay.
Your armor class is 2 points higher. I fixed that for you.
Thank you.
That's because you swapped your 2 stats. Resistant to fire. Oh, and your breath weapon. Okay. The character looks pretty good. What we're going to do for the equipment, guys, is you can pretty much ignore what's on that front page into the equipment thing, and what you'll end up doing is you'll go to your bio page, and then in your treasure, you'll list the slot that the stuff occupies. Now, don't worry about rushing to get this done. This is something you can work on as we play.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to fix your background. Other than that, the character looks good. I mean, it's a
Cool.
Dragonborn barbarian. I mean, how hard can it be? Ugh, me smash.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
Okay, trinkets.
I have mine.
Yeah, you said you had some kind of special rule you wanted to do.
Yes.
Do you
Wow. Okay, sorry.
What?
I was trying to Tirza was trying to prove her worth to the party, and Weary Bard's character just reduced her to the barmaid. Man, fuck you.
How do you feel about the F-bomb on your
Oh,
stream?
sorry.
No, that's okay. Where's the 40 lashes with that noodle? No, I've got my stream set to mature audiences. So
18 plus.
yeah.
That's a good thing because I would swear like
Hey,
a sailor for
I was
last
just thinking of your stream, man. You know, just
That's
making
that's cool. Thank you though.
I also have my set to maturity.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to fix the background on the barbarian and trinkets. This is the thing with the trinket. You may, if you want, randomly roll the trinket, or you may choose something that you think might be interesting, but be aware that whatever you list on your character sheet as a trinket will eventually become a primary adventure that will cover 1 to 2 sessions that is geared specifically for your character, with the rest of the party supporting you in your quest, because I will use that that trinket as a plot hook to throw a curveball at you.
Right on.
Red
Yeah,
seal.
I kind of like that better.
Red seal. That's cool. Someone's got to serve the drinks, eh?
Oh, she's not serving the drink. She didn't. She went and spoke to the owner and just whispered in his ear, and then barmaids just started bringing drinks to you guys.
Well, she must be the
That
head barmaid.
charisma's already paying off.
Yeah, right. Maybe she's not the barmaid. She works upstairs.
And if you don't mind, as we take our break here, you can. Where is it? Where is it? Brugens? No. I'm gonna show this to all players. You can't. Never mind. You can't even read it. So
Oh. Is it a
I would
handout?
have to. You would have to actually scroll down and everything like that. You know what? We'll save that for later on. So. It's
Okay.
an NPC that will eventually be my character in your game.
Oh, okay, cool. By the way, Wolf,
Okay.
if you want to do the emotes like there, you got it. Never mind. You got it.
Hoo-waha. Hoo-waha.
Hey DP, with me having the family trinket, you want me to roll another trinket or just stick it with that one?
I can tie that in as your trinket.
Cool deal.
That is, what was that?
It's a family pendant.
Yeah, but did you note specifically what it is?
I haven't put it in yet. I'm still trying to work out exactly what it is. It just said a pendant, so I went with that and roughly what it was worth.
Okay. Make sure it has some kind of stone in the setting.
He thumbs you. You're not looking.
Can
He
do.
gave you a thumbs up.
Yeah, I can't see your cam, so I don't know what's up
Who?
with it. But DP years.
You can't see my cam.
I can.
I can't. I don't know about anybody else.
You're better off not seeing it.
Where's the reconnect?
I can see him.
I could see him.
Now I see Dean Martin.
There you are.
When the moon hits the
There
sky.
Thumbs up. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, DP, can I make a suggestion? I know this is yours, but I am all for anybody actually doing the voice of their character. So, and by the way, Dragonborn usually has British accents. Just throwing that out there.
A British accent, really?
I'm sure they sound more like James Mason.
Exactly.
I wasn't
that
sure.
joke.
I figured they would have a very reptilian type of voice. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, you just have to elongate your S's in your British accent.
Does anybody get the James Mason joke?
No.
He played a great explorer. He's also played the voice of God.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually do his voice. The James Mason. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I can do him.
Really good example of him is Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yes. Yeah, we're old, dude. You gotta remember these folks are much younger than us.
Good day, Mike.
Good eye, mate. There you go.
I'm
There you go.
curious. You don't have to answer, of course, but I'm curious. How old are you guys?
Believe it or not, 32.
Who said that?
That's me, Wolf.
Wolf, 32. Okay. That's only about 16 years older than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of middle aged. I'm 150 for a dwarf.
Yes.
Ah, excellent. Okay.
No, but
Sorry.
I'm 30.
30.
I am 30 as well.
So
All right,
not
1988.
actually that young.
I'm 42.
Bard, you're what? So a year younger than me, something like that.
Bard's 30 as well.
Oh, let's
for
play a game.
15 years.
How old do I look?
I'm the middle
How old do you
child.
look? Well, see, I have this kind of standing joke. You know, I went to school with dinosaurs, but Dirt was in the class before me, so I am old enough to have watched Star Trek as a first run.
I think you
on
two are the
television.
same age.
I was 12 when the movie Halloween came out.
12. See what is it? I what did I used to say? So I would now be 21 with 33 years experience.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I need a drink.
21 for the 33rd time.
No.
It's okay. I'll pass along some of the youth. My grandma died when she was 95, and she looked like she was 75.
Nice.
We all look a lot younger than we actually are.
That's good.
Yeah, you know that's funny. My grandmother on my father's side, Schneider, she died at 99 years, and to this day, everyone who's living who remembers her at all swears that she looked younger than her own daughter.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right, can I go get a drink now? Is this our break?
yeah. This is our break.
Okay.
I throw us on the whatever. Step away. I'm going to be 5 to 7 minutes. I'm at the restaurant.
Okay. Everybody in the stream, we're going to take 5 to 7 because the DM has to be, ambiguous.
Fantastic.
Grab a drink, grab a snacks, but be back in your seats. Join us. We're gonna have some more D&D fun here shortly. Be right back.
Oh wow,
Good, huh?
that's really good.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite drinks.
What you drinking, Bard?
Now.
Yeah. What's it called?
Viking Blood.
Viking Blood.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Ooh,
Now I can hear you.
Viking blood, you say?
Yeah, have you seen that? This is a mead made from, it's a Nordic honey wine, but it's called Viking Blood, which is blood. You turn that, there we go.
Nice.
It is crazy good, crazy strong, probably the smoothest mead, best tasting mead I've ever had, and it's kind of expensive. This was $32, but it's that good. So I have my inaugural DnD celebration glass going on here.
Fancy as hell.
Yeah, we
I
stole
like it.
We stole it from a restaurant.
Actually, 1 second. I got something I gotta show you.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Man, now I feel like I'm just slumming it up, man. Just drinking whiskey and Coke out of a plain plastic cup.
That's all right.
Like some kind of alcoholic.
Yeah, I can't find my my Renaissance wooden mug, so the goblet's gonna have to do. It's just heavy as hell. Where's that
I'll have
barmaid?
to look into getting a Stein.
Oh yeah, Stein would be good.
I got this from Oktoberfest, right here.
Oh,
It's,
nice. Wow.
2 pints.
Oktoberfest there where you're at, or did you go to Germany?
No, Oktoberfest over here where I'm at. Oddly enough, it was in August.
Sorry about that, Red. I forgot to go back to the live screen. So here, Red, I'll show you the bottle. This is Viking Blood. Right there. It's good stuff. Good stuff. It says it is based on a recipe from about year 1700. It says it right there on the bottle. Yeah, I have a lot of beer glasses from Germany, but I never went to the actual Oktoberfest in Berlin. Is it Berlin? Yeah, that's the big one, I think.
It's pretty neat, man. When I was in England, or I can't remember if I was in Scotland at the time. I think I was in Scotland, actually. I had a beer that was from like 1300 or something. It was
Oh,
like
nice.
it was a monastic beer,
Ooh.
old-timey monks, and I think they brewed it with honey too because they were like beekeepers, and it was not good.
Not good? Oh,
It was
okay.
not good.
Well,
I was like, man, you can't keep this recipe around for that many years and just not be good, man.
if you like that kind of stuff, I have a good Trappist ale for you to try out.
That's what it is, the Trappist
it's-
sales. I've had ones that I really enjoy,
Oh.
but that particular one,
Yeah.
I was so excited for it. So I was like, surely if it's been around for that long, it's got to be great. And it was
Yeah.
just
No,
disappointing.
it's like Italian beer. It's horrid. Horrid. So
it's,
go ahead.
it's 5 a.m. here, so it's a little early to drink, but
Well, hey, it's
I might
5
might
o'clock
indulge in
somewhere.
a little bit of beer after if we get started up today.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I was about to say it's
Yeah.
5 o'clock where you are. so
Yeah,
you're
right
good.
there. Just happens to be AM version.
AM, yeah.
There
So
you
beer
go.
and coffee, they don't mix well, so I have to give it a little while.
Got some dwarven music going on here. Can you guys even hear the music?
I was hearing bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
patchy.
So I think if you're not listening to my stream, then it just comes through when I talk through my mic, which is really weird because they're on 2 separate channels in my mixer. But I don't know, whatever.
Something to warn you about early on, Bard.
About?
My character is going to size you up frequently,
That's okay. That's all right.
and that isn't a short pun. He's seeing you as the biggest the biggest challenge, I guess you could say.
You're damn right. Watch your back. That's
I'm,
World of
I'm
Warcraft.
still trying to think of a voice.
You gotta do Sean Connery.
Oh god damn.
Irish
Hey,
whiskey and coffee go pretty good together. Yes, they do, Red Seal.
Can't hear you, love.
Last one.
You can hear me.
You're the man now, dog.
I heard you and then you
I
cut
can't do
out.
Sean
Oh,
Connery.
the other love. Sorry.
Sound check.
There you are.
There you
You're
are.
back.
Say more than 1 or 2 words. Talk normal.
The
More than one or two
endoplasmic
words.
reticulum aids in the cell development.
He seems quiet to me now.
Quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk,
like
talk,
farther away
DP.
from the mic.
Nah, I don't know. I haven't changed anything different.
No, he sounds the
there.
same to me.
It's the way he speaks when he's coming back from being outside to when he gets
Ah.
into it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
There can only be one.
All right, where are we at? You still working on that there, Wolf?
Yeah, I'm trying. Like the only inspiration I can think of is some obscure movie by Sean Connery.
Sean.
Oh, the man now, dog.
Yes.
That one.
Finding
I
Force.
really can't get the accent though. It's a little difficult.
For
I can
who
do
needs
Team
money
Fortress or
penny?
Napa though.
Miss Money Penny.
Okay, so we need a background for the barbarian. So you have a couple of choices here. Choice number 1 is you can choose something from the player's handbook.
I say dancer should be your background.
Choice number 2 is we
Nope.
can go to some of the supplementary information.
I'm just looking at the player's handbook right now.
Thinking synchronized swimmer, being a reptilian and all.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Now we're talking about no, not draconic ancestry. Maybe in the PDF.
Okay, so one of the things that was in that massive amount of files that I gave you guys access to was something called Improved Background. That is 112 pages, comprising, as far as I know,
111 more than this dwarf can read.
Wow.
as far as I know, there is. This encompasses something like 88 or 89% of all available through all the supplements. So you have, acolyte, actor, afflicted, cursed, afflicted, diseased, disfigured, face snatched, haunted, polymorph, possessed, half-breed, shunned, amnesiac,
Amnesiac. I forgot I was still here.
apprentice alchemist, apprentice enchanter, apprentice mage, apprentice shaman.
What's your alignment, Wolf?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
So you want something along the lines of a war master, or
Could be a criminal that just steals and gives to the poor.
that's a possibility. Yeah.
That actually that sounds good.
I'm looking over the list here to see if there's anything that might.
Maybe some kind of like pit fighter, gladiator type guy.
Yeah,
There you go, you
even
can
that.
Donates his winnings.
Fugitive.
Mercenary. Well, no, mercenaries work for themselves, though.
Well, fugitive, being the fact that trouble follows in his wake might be
Folk
something
hero.
good.
There is actually a pit fighter background.
I found
Cool.
I found Mao's background. Barmaid in the brothel. Yeah.
Oh,
Just kidding, Mao.
Let me look at the pit fighter here real quick.
There's also the folk hero might fit pretty well too.
Yeah, that could work. Mao's awfully quiet.
I have people in my IMs and I'm trying to write more background, so.
Tell your peeps you're busy.
They know, but I was talking about the game to them.
Red,
They might be watching.
Red Seal says chaotic nuts. I like that.
Folk hero actually works pretty good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
it gives him, he gets to choose 2 more skills from animal handling. Oh, he gets animal handling and chooses 1 from insight, intimidation, nature, or survival. And I could easily see him doing survival.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So let's pull up your character sheet. I'm going to go ahead and make these adjustments so I can manipulate the stuff
Thank you.
a lot faster than...
Yeah.
Okay, so folk hero. Okay, and
Nice.
that gives you animal handling and survival. Both of which were at a penalty and are now at +1. And then you get tool proficiency, and you get to choose between herbalism kit, herbalism kit, 1 set of tools except thieves tools or supplies. And then you get to choose from 1 gaming set, 1 instrument, SR1 language. So I'm thinking we add your tool proficiency. Gaming set, and I'm going to list it as bones, which is basically dice.
Cool.
And I believe that goes off of listed as query attribute. And we're going to go ahead and herbalism kit because of your survival background. And that's basically going to be basically that's like a medicine bag, basically. So.
Cool.
That will go off of your wisdom. All right, and then you get a language.
British.
British is not language.
What the more automatically?
I get to choose an additional language, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
How about we'll make this interesting. Make it Elvish.
Okay, so for languages you speak, read, and write Common and Draconic, and you get to add 1. And I could see that as an interesting pick for you. So
fantastic. Yeah. They can't understand Bard and I's Dwarven speak.
Whoop! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Quit that. Not letting me choose that. Oh, there. That's because it's right there. Okay, so common. And then we add another language. Conic. And then you said you wanted to take Elven?
Yeah, make things a little interesting.
Okay. So now you have proficiencies in those. And then your starting equipment is your set of tools. So I'll just add it to your basic equipment right there real quick. So you have herbalism tools. Whoops, tools, not tools. And your bone dice. We'll add that. You get 1 set of common clothes. And a pouch with, you get an iron. You get herbalism supply. Herbalism supplies. get shovel.
Ooh, cool.
I don't know why,
Oh,
but you get a shovel.
Bury the
Something for me
dead.
to use when I bury some dwarves.
You
Yeah.
get an iron pot.
It's an entrenching tool.
Yeah,
Will
no.
be useful.
Yeah.
Oh, I was making a joke.
You can't bury a hill dwarf, by the way. We just get back out.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just sending him home.
Right?
Yeah, let's just tunnel our way home.
And then on your bio page, I added about 10 gold pieces. All right, so and then you get. I'm not going to worry about your traits, ideals, bonds, or flaws. You chose those. I'm fine with those. But you do get your feature. So we go to your bio and additional features and traits. It's called Rustic Hospitality. And basically what that says is since you come from the ranks of the common folk, you fit in among them with ease. You can find a place to hide, rest, or recuperate among other commoners unless you have shown yourself to be a danger to them. They will shield you from the law or anyone else searching for you, though they will not risk their lives to do so.
It's pretty cool.
And
Yeah.
this is actually a suggested background for barbarians, fighters, and rangers, so that works very well. So there you have it. You've got a background. You picked up an extra language, some extra coin, 2 extra skills, a set of dice and proficiency with the dice, and an herbalism kit and proficiency with that. So when you do medicine, for example, even though you have a -1, you're actually going to roll your herbalism instead, like that,
Okay.
and apply it instead of your medicine. Any questions?
Nope.
What's next?
What's that?
So
Trinkets.
what's next?
If his character is done, and it looks like it is, has everybody made their roll for your coins?
I did.
I did.
Make sure everybody
did
figures
as
out their weight encumbrance too.
What am I rolling for the coins?
It's in the player's handbook for your class, I believe.
I'm looking it up. Hold on. So for what are you? You're a barbarian. You would roll
Yeah.
two d4 and then multiply the roll by 10 gold.
So 20.
Wow.
Fair ones. Well, he's a barbarian. I mean, come on. How
That
much
is-
coin does he need?
Exactly.
He needs new dice. That's what he needs.
So just make a note of that in your treasure section. So you actually have 30 gold.
So Exo has 70.
Now, how much did you get, Bard?
140.
140. And the sorcerer?
What?
Actually, I have
Point.
I have 150
I have
because
40.
You have 150?
because I
And you
get
have
10
30?
for my
I
Outlander.
have 40.
40? There is something we're going to do that will happen off camera because I don't necessarily. Well, actually, I guess it's zero session. We could go ahead and handle it tonight, but you will have had the opportunity before you left Waterdeep to do shopping.
Not with my little bit of coin.
I'm gonna leave that up to the group if they want to. Actually, I'm gonna leave that up to Bart. You guys want to take the time to do that or not?
I think I got what I need so far
I got what I need.
I'm good.
at the moment, anyways.
Okay. So everybody's character is done.
Trinkets.
You can either choose one or for flavors. Lost my. It's the wrong one. Trinket. Come on, open up. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, while I'm thinking about it, DP, basically all the supplemental PDFs, are
Uh-huh.
they all all the supplemental PDFs we have access to, are all those basically fair game as long as we clear it with you beforehand? I mean, I'm not going too wild with my stuff, obviously. I just wanted to do a straight Dwarven Cleric for this run, but I was just curious.
That is correct. So long
Okay.
as long as you get GM approval, they're pretty much a go. I mean, I've already nixed the big one, which somebody immediately
What,
went
the
through.
variant human?
The variant human. We're not using the variant human. And no, you may not build a gunslinger.
Yeah,
No.
I'm glad you nixed
I
that
tried
one.
that.
Somebody already tried. I nixed that right out of the gate.
I want to play a chef.
Honestly, the Alchemist looks so cool from the PDF.
Yeah.
I almost made an alchemist for my
Yeah, Dwarven Alchemist would have been my second choice.
I was going to do a gnome for both tinkering and alchemy.
Just like throwing alchemical grenades in combat and crap. I mean, that'd be wild. Yeah,
Hey,
it'd be so cool.
DP.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw this out there for my campaign. A gnome might be pretty cool.
I've already built my character for your campaign.
Oh, okay.
Although my backup character for your game is Nim Arcano Wacket,
Nice.
who is on the old sheet, and I will have to rebuild. Oh no, there it is. It's a rock gnome wizard with the charlatan background.
Yeah, nice.
Got some quirky stuff. Now that's backup. My primary that I want to play is Sarah Darktouch, which is a warlock with the Haunted One background. She's actually an occult Curseborn as her race, and her patron is the Apparition. When you get a chance, you should be able to see that. It's in the notable NPCs. You should read the background of Sarah Darktouch. I went into a lot of detail. Anyway, trinkets.
Yes.
I suggest using the Player's Handbook and either choose one or roll one. That's the simplest way to go about it.
I have one. Do you need to know what they are? Or? So I put it on
I do want to know what they are.
I put it under my character sheet under the in the equipment section.
In the equipment section.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm choosing. 28 dragon's bony talon hanging from plain leather. Oh, and I accidentally copied a little extra.
A gemstone that looks like. Okay. I need to copy. I'm going to put that under your treasure. Trinket, a gemstone that looks like a lump of coal that to anyone but me. Oh, see, I like that a lot because you never know what might actually be inside the lump of coal.
I am a hill dwarf.
Yeah. All right, so Pyro, what have you got for a trinket?
So I stuck with the family heirloom, like you were saying. I did put a picture in my notes section. I don't know if you have access to that, my actual personal notes section. But it's basically, it is a dragon wrapped around holding an opal.
Yep, I see that. Very, very nice. And congratulations, you have just created an entire 2 or 3 session side adventure for the character.
Oh boy, all right, I'm excited.
I have finished my backstory on both the main bio page and in the character sheet bio section. The one in the character sheet is basically TLDR.
Oh, kind of like my Sarah Dark Touch TLDR. Exo, what do you have for a trinket?
I was just reading through them. I might need a few more minutes. There's a few that are really catching my attention. I'm trying
What I
to
generally like to
consider
do
the
is roll
roleplay
the
side.
dice. Sorry, what I generally like to do is roll the dice and then see if I can make what I rolled fit into my storyline. If I can't, I roll again. It just helps to pick, because that's a lot of trinkets.
And that's not even it's the expanded list. I have a PDF that has the expanded list of trinkets. It's about 3.5 times that size that you're looking at for a list.
Oh, wow.
And that doesn't count the enchanted or magical trinkets. Oh, I just had a terrible thought.
Uh-oh.
As he gets
I'm
up in
good.
waves.
So I put the trinket into the treasure.
Yeah, that's fine.
I gotta do my background yet. I'll work on that. I prefer to do a foreground. It's much quicker.
Prefer to do a what?
Foreground. It's a joke, DP. You look like you got that deer in the headlight look on me right there.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out what a foreground.
I'm like,
Where's that in my book? I don't see that in the handbook.
That, and I'm making him read something.
Oh, okay.
Honey, I'm gonna have to read this later.
I need you to read it. Oh, 'cause
It's the background.
TLDR.
just read the short one.
Which is the short one?
The one on the character sheet.
This will tell you why her dress looks like trailer trash.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, is that a beagle? What is that?
She's actually a boxer bulldog mix.
Boxer
So
bulldog,
she's
cool.
got a
Birdie.
little
Right on.
beagle in her.
Right on.
That's my baby girl.
Does she howl?
She hasn't done like a full howl, but she gets these little tiny ones.
Wait a minute. Was that a cowboy's something or other on the back of your back there? All right, DP, we need a new player.
That's terrible. Yep.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I had the stuff covered. What did I miss there?
We have a Cowboys
Somebody's a
fan. in the
Cowboys
mix,
fan.
Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Who
Mhm.
is?
That would be Pyro.
Pyro.
Okay, no problem. You have a backup character made, right?
I do.
Oh yeah. Well, we know who's first to die.
That looks good. I like that. And that's your trinket? Okay.
Hey, we want to know what her trinket is. Y'all heard ours.
It's
It's a book.
It's a book that she can't read.
Oh,
It's her
that's
daddy's
right.
journal.
You don't know.
I was
You
gonna
can't.
say,
You
didn't
have.
remember talking about it earlier?
You don't know if that's your daddy's journal. You can't read it.
I do. My mother handed it to me and said it was his journal.
She could have lied to you.
That's very true. She is a drow.
That's
Yes,
It's
see?
actually just the
I mean-
neighbor's child scribbling.
Right.
I'm thinking it's probably the ecology of owlbear mating, but who knows,
Their gestation period is 6 weeks.
She couldn't read it. Her mother couldn't read it. She said, "Here, your father left this with me. It's the only thing I have of him. Maybe if you decipher what the language is, you'll find you'll find his people, and maybe they'll let you stay with them. But you're banished from the Underdark, and now get the hell out of my house. Welcome to Drow life."
That's a good trinket. I like that because it allows me to introduce a unique ship to play. This is
Yeah, I can see it going quite a few ways. I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of ambiguity to where
your
that could come from.
Your trinkets guys are on the assumption that that Weary Bard needs more time to get all his stuff set up than we will have on the play for this particular module.
Yeah, so
If
let
we
me
complete that, and he needs more time. I can easily, using your trinkets, extend this out 1 to 2 months.
Okay. Yeah. Let me speak to my campaign just really quickly. So it's something that I designed completely. The world, the storyline, the map, the character, everything is. So I have to figure out how to get that into Roll20. So it will take me some time. So I'll let you know if we need more time.
No rush. I've been looking at this thing. This is probably going to take us a minimum of 3 to 5 sessions to play. Minimum.
Oh yeah, 3 hours. It'll take longer than that. Trust me.
Yeah, probably. Also, I mean, I'm in for as long as it takes. No rush. I'm down to kind of, if we burn through this module and burn through these trinket adventures, we can purchase a second, level 5 module or something. If Bard needs more time, whatever we need to do.
Actually, I had access to Rachma, Mordenkainen's introductory adventure, which I preloaded along with the module that Bard bought for us. So I can roll into that one after the fact and simply make on-the-fly adjustments to levels if necessary.
Okay, but for that one, I'm going to make a bard that has no rhythm. Kamamara says she must have Daddy's morning bathroom book. That's the reading. I don't know why you.
Morning bathroom.
It's just pictures. It's just pictures.
Leave it to Koma to come up with something. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay.
What is the airspeed velocity of a laden swallow?
Come on.
Wait.
African or European?
No,
that is the correct answer. That is the correct answer.
It's not a fair question because I know the answer.
No, the only answer is the question.
African or European?
Very good. So,
yeah.
Yes.
And I do actually know the answer to that question, by the way, but I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah, I figured so.
All right. So you guys have looked over the inventory slot system, right? So you at least have an idea of how that's going to work?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure.
It's relatively self-explanatory.
How many fingers can I have on a hand? How many rings, I mean? Ring.
Well, you drows only have 3.
Wow, I swear I'm not blonde, guys.
In the inventory slot system, if you look at hands, it says 4 slots, which includes gauntlets, gloves, rings. Now, gauntlets, if you look at armor, gauntlets and gloves,
that's
you'll
2
see
slots.
that gloves takes up 1 slot, gauntlets takes up 2. So if you're wearing gloves, you can have 3 rings. If you're wearing gauntlets, you can have 2 rings. Or you can not wear gauntlets or gloves and wear 4 rings.
Are you going to be that gay-ass one that wears your ring on the outside of the gauntlets? Because that's gross.
I'm sorry, what?
I asked her if she's going to go with the gay look and wear the ring on the outside of the gauntlet.
Oh, the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like jazz,
That is something
jazz hands.
that only if you are wearing thin ladies' gloves all the time. And she doesn't, so...
Lord
yeah.
Farquaad wore them on the outside.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions?
Hey, I was gonna make a paladin named Sir Vex, so just be glad.
Yeah, we don't need any lawful good.
I'll take Grumble Belly over Sir Vex.
As a point of clarification, in 5th edition, paladins are not required to be lawful good.
Do they have to be good?
Yep. It is entirely possible that you could play a chaotic good paladin.
I thought you had to be 1 step away.
If your deity supports that alignment.
Oh, right.
Pretty cool.
You can only be 1 step away from your deity's alignment.
Correct. So if your deity is chaotic evil, you could, in theory, play a paladin that was chaotic neutral or neutral evil or neutral or chaotic evil.
Can I play lawful evil?
You can't play. He's chaotic. Yeah, okay, never mind.
You mean a
Can you?
politician, Weird Bard?
Exactly, right?
I was gonna
Yes.
say, what diabolic plan? Oh wait, that would be a politician.
Yes. The language I knew
I have a
would be
question, just a
democratic.
general question.
Sure.
Regarding anything we do between sessions, like say I wanted to sell some gear or whatever, do you want me to document all that within the chat in Roll20, or can I use our D&D Discord channel and kind of just put all that there for everybody to see, since I assume everybody in the party has access to that?
They do, and the answer to your question is actually pretty simple. One, the characters have to be in a position or at a spot where they can, in fact, do that.
Like a city.
City, town, whatever. Two, I gave each player a personal notes handout which you can edit, and that is to account for all of that type of stuff.
Okay, right
so
on.
if you're gonna go sell something, you and I know that you've done that. They don't necessarily need to know unless it's
Right.
something that would be obvious, and then I suggest dropping it into the Discord chat or creating a thread for the game itself in Roll20.
Okay, and that kind of feeds into my next one. Harkening back to what you mentioned before, you said you wanted to start the adventure where we're kind of in town and we have a chance to buy and sell equipment. Are we going to do that before session 1, or did you want to do
Yes.
that?
You need to do
Are we
that.
going to do? Okay,
You need
Okay.
to do that before
so I'll do that
actually
this week if I decide to do anything with that, and I'll get in touch with you and put it somewhere either in my notes in Roll20 or in Discord if I decide more
Right.
people than you need to know.
Yeah, that needs to be done before we start our actual session. So if you guys want to deal, we got about, what do we got? We got about 45 minutes left in this session, assuming we go that long. If you guys want to take a few minutes and deal with that, that's great. You could do that, and then it would be out of the way. I want to draw your attention to the picture in the bottom right corner.
The dagger.
Picture on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice. Oh, I forgot to get rid of this. Hang on. Page setting, grid. Go away. There we go.
Right there.
The picture in the bottom right is a pearl handled dagger, and you'll notice I listed the game as the Company of the Pearl Dagger. Now, this is something that I've used before. I usually use it for parties that are starting as established. I haven't found it yet, but somewhere I actually have a charter, a standard adventurer's charter with certain things added to it.
Cool.
That goes along with that. Everyone in the party has that dagger and sheath as an extra piece. It identifies them as a member of the Company of the Pearl Dagger. So if somebody comes
I
to
like
you
that.
and if somebody comes to you and says, "Oh yeah, I'm a member from such and such town," you get to say, "Yeah, where's your dagger?"
Do we have to do the
I like-
do we have to do the member of the Pearl Dagger handshake?
You can do
And
whatever
is it a publicly known thing, or is it something we kind of keep to ourselves? It's like a secret.
It is publicly known, and it's very hard to get around it because only one smith in Neverwinter makes that specific dagger and sheath. It's hand tooled and signed by him, and he has a very unique signature.
Okay, so
So
tell
we're
us
very
how did we become members of this club?
That is up to you, which you can write into your history, your character backstory.
Well, we gotta kind of know what being a member means, or what the focus of it is.
Being a member, the Company of the Pearl Dagger, the basics of it is they are for promoting justice, killing tyranny, eliminating undead in any form, but lining their pockets at the same time.
Oh.
They're
Mercenary.
a
Fits me
mercenary
perfectly.
Yep.
army, basically.
Yeah, they're kind of a mercenary army. In my own world setting, when I do it, they have chapters in like 20 different cities.
Okay.
Fantastic.
When, as the saying goes, when if a king or a leader can't find someone, or everyone's failing to achieve a certain goal or something like that, pay the extra money and hire the company of the Pearl Dagger, because one way or another they get it all done.
Oh,
Even though sometimes that's killing the guy who hired them.
we're like the SEAL team of Fandelver. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
How do I get my my guy out onto the
Yeah, I don't see his
The-
token out there.
my token? Yeah.
Well, first of all, you don't actually have an active token. I don't think. Nope, you don't have an active token. Did you send me in Discord the picture?
Yes. Actually, you came up with the picture.
That I failed to put it on the... Nope.
I can send it again.
I'm looking, hang on.
I have a short bow. I can get you from here.
New game.
You said you have a short bow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have the picture. I forgot to
I have
create
Ice
the
Bolt.
token.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I have Ray of Frost.
But my dress looks
Basically
better than
the same
yours.
thing.
It'll just take me a
We have a
minute.
2-man dwarf crossbow firing line.
Right,
So,
right here.
I
There
mean,
you
we're
go.
pretty much slay dragons.
And you're a drow. They can't see correctly in the daylight, anyways.
I'm half human, I'm fine.
See, that's all a matter of opinion. Oh, here we go. We got battle music. I know you guys can't hear it, but my stream can.
Did I use the thick or the thin or the flat border? I don't remember.
Also, I'm sure you're aware, but I wanted to remind you, just something I noticed. Like some of the characters are little avatars have, like Grell and Tyrael have, or Tyrael, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, have the HP or the green bar above them. I'm not sure how you wanted to use those fields to display stuff.
It is the green one is hit points. The blue one is your armor class, and the red one is movement.
Movement? Nice, okay.
And I will fix that as soon as I can fix that. I have to turn the grid back on for a moment here, guys. Not entirely certain which one I... Oop, nope, 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 okay, there we go. I can't remember which border I used, so I got to drop them both on here and compare.
Holy cow, the barbarian is that big?
It's a huge bastard.
It's okay. I'll block the way.
Also, after you finish finalizing Wolf's token, is there anything you wanted to teach us regarding the mechanics of the website itself before we do our first session, or should we just go through the tutorial on the site?
I can. There are a number of things I can show you.
I mean, I figured it would come up as we play, but if we could kind of eliminate some kind of speed bump, stoppage, game stoppage type stuff this week, figure 0 session is a good time to do that.
All right, so you have 14 points. 14 armor. What? Not taking that? There we go.
also, Bard, I'm not sure what you have to do, if anything, but is there going to be a saved video of this on Twitch on your channel?
Yeah, mine automatically go to VOD, and I'm playing
Okay.
Pretzel so that they don't, you know,
Block anything?
Yeah, mute the sound.
Okay, right on. I'll get our Bard Tin Man to watch the video
Okay.
at some point before session 1.
Yeah, DP,
And clear up any questions he has.
I have another ref friend who wants to play too. He just had a game tonight, so he couldn't join us, but he's going to make probably a ranger or a druid now that we have a bard.
I will speak to that in just a moment, please. Do you not have any vision on the Dragonborn? They had
Nope, he's
some kind
blind.
of vision.
They're blind.
I actually don't think Dragonborn has dark vision.
No, they do
Really?
not. They do not. You would think that they would, being a dragon, but they do not actually.
Okay.
Humans and Dragonborn are the blind ones in the game.
All right. Well, test your. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hang on. Hang on. Don't.
Sorry.
You select the token. Okay. So there's a process here. Once you set it on there, first thing you do is delete the token. Second thing you do is drop the token back on there. Okay. Test move it.
Nice.
Okay. So you're squared away.
Thank you.
Okay, and Grelin speed 25.
25.
Correct.
Okay. And can you give me the stats for the dreams, whatever?
Dream.
Yeah. What's your
Speed's 30.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake on the token. Hang on. Speed 30. Okay.
What else do you need?
HP,
9,
AC,
17.
Okay. And then Balda.
I input mine. I'm not sure if you can see it. But I'm 25 movement, 11 HP, 18 AC.
All right, let me make sure that all these tokens have the advanced stuff enabled so everybody can see the bars. I'm not one of those GMs that's going to hide health from you. If you're taking enough damage that your character looks like they're going to die, all the other characters would see that. So the green bar is your health, and all players will be able to see that. Okay, all of those are good.
Yeah, speaking on behalf of the guy who's going to be staring at the green bars constantly, I have so many questions about healing mechanics, but I'm going to wait until we actually cover it within the game.
All right, so all your tokens look good. So now that I've
Mine
got
looks the
those,
best.
bear with me just a moment here. I'm going to systematically remove your tokens from the board. And hopefully you're not editing your character sheets.
Nope.
Move. You selected.
I have mine on a pop out in a second screen though, so let me know if you change something. Actually, no, I still see it, so it doesn't matter.
I have changed it and will now drag you to the map. Okay, so yours is good. Pyro.
What did you change?
I put excuse me. I put all the information in there. I removed the token on your character sheet, re-added the token with all the stuff. So when you drag it from the sheet to the board, it has all the information preloaded. it doesn't, when you change the token without resaving it to the character sheet, it doesn't save that information.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. We're good.
At least it didn't used to, so I just kind of got into the habit of reloading them. Okay. Baldock next. Who didn't actually have this token to save his character sheet anyways, so. Mouse. And she didn't either, so we'll not save that.
I didn't see what.
Your token wasn't saved to your.
No, you made my token.
Yep. I'm getting there. That one. Set that token. Save character sheet.
Hey, blue hair, did you see my my IM to you?
It did.
Okay.
Why does Grellin have a big X over it?
Because I'm
I think he's playing with the buttons.
I'm anti-Grelin.
Okay. All right, all your tokens should be fixed. Everybody, make sure you can move your token.
Oh, the barbarian messing with the swan. Apparently, he doesn't like swans.
He really doesn't like anything. He's gonna be very unpleasant.
Well, look at the rogue sucking up to the sorceress. That art is beautiful.
Did I miss something?
Hey,
Is
part
this a
of this
skill
stuff.
that you
Leave 'em
have,
alone.
or did you just have this innately?
Okay, let's use the remainder of the time, which is about half an hour, to answer questions, go over the Roll20 itself, and for you guys to do your shopping. So the first thing I want to do is I want to introduce you to sounds capability.
I will pause my music until you. Why do you do that?
In
Sorry
the
to interrupt.
background,
Can I get like 60-second bio?
yeah, go ahead. We'll talk about how we can kill your character.
Yeah, we're gonna count 58,
Okay.
57.
Nobody kills the dwarf.
56.
So, DP, you said selling is 50% of whatever it's worth.
Yeah, if you've got something in your starter kit you don't want, 50% of whatever the book value is what you will get in coin from it.
Okay, cool. I am upping the leather to studded leather.
Okay, if it's within your ability to do so, go for it. I'm very happy to see you guys doing them. I know the whole emotes and conversation there in chat. One of the things we're going to be discussing actually is voice versus text and when it is appropriate to do one and not the other and vice versa. Battles and brews. So funny. And complete enlightenment occurs at 42.
42.
Yeah, that's what Coma just said.
Well, hell, I was enlightened at 10 years ago then. Ooh. I keep banging my head on my own mic. That's not good.
I am back.
You are back. Welcome back.
62.
Okay, so
What was that?
62.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is sounds. I'm going to be running ambient sounds in the background, or as a primary sound for certain encounter types, stuff like that. A good example of that is you guys are supposed to be on the road between Neverwinter and Vandal, whatever the anyway, this would
Vandalin.
be a sound you would hear in the background.
Immersive.
Ah, it's fantastic. I love it.
It's immersive, and this is basically an oxen cart, or a cart being pulled by oxen. And I'll probably turn the volume down just a little bit on it so it's in the background.
I think it sounds great though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, sounds fantastic. I love it.
So that's one thing, and I'll stop that one. Another one is, let's say you're, and we went over this a little bit before, but let's say you delve into a cave. You're going to hear stuff like this. Ambient cave background noise.
Cool.
You may even hear this. That's the little dripping water at a pool, you know.
That's cool. It's a little light
or
though. That sounds better.
So we're going to have a lot of that stuff. I will throw those in as encounters, or as ambient noise in the background. And there will be things, for example, I'm not always going to tell you that an encounter is going to happen. What I might do is this. Instead of telling you there's an encounter, you'll hear this.
That's the Dragonborn.
That's the orc by Razor. Touch that one. So sometimes, you know, instead of telling you there's an encounter, I'll start that sound in the background low, and I will slowly raise it up until you guys say or do something. But if you don't catch it right away, you will lose. You will be surprised. You will be at disadvantage for the first round. So that's how we're going to use ambient sound or sound pieces for the play. The compendium, as Bard was talking about earlier, is your friend. If you want to look up a piece of information, there's the circle with the big I for the compendium, and there's a lot of different things: rules, roll tables, races, proficiencies, miscellaneous lore list, etc. You can easily just quick reference it yourself, and if you can't find the information, then ask for clarification. You guys are role playing. Okay.
Yeah, they're still role playing being back in the tavern.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, yeah, we haven't even know where we're at yet. You haven't placed us there, DM.
Just warming up.
Right.
Yeah, we're
That's
just
right.
so
now we're going to talk. That's in the morning, charging about that. So
thanks for
now
that
we're gonna
follow,
talk
God of
about
War, by the way.
text versus voice, and voice versus text. I'm very happy to see that all the players like to use their text for emotes and conversation and stuff like that. There are going to be times when we will have like silence voice-wise while people are role-playing using the text. And the flavor text is important because some things cannot be conveyed in spoken words, whereas some things cannot be conveyed in written words. So there will be times when you do need to do your role play or your interactions in text. And then there are times when you need to voice them, which is more often than not your mechanical aspect. You know, it's okay to say, oh, you know, I dwarf or Grelin grunts and swings the battle axe, blah, blah, blah. And then you could build a macro for that, by the way.
Yeah, I have one if anybody wants to see it. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, go ahead and pop that.
Boom.
So he built the macro, and it actually says, with the power of the gods, Grelin swings his battle axe at the foe, and then automatically rolls that. And we're going to go into macros, but not too deeply, because that is a whole kettle of
Yeah.
a whole ball of wax.
You don't have to do it, guys. It's just kind of, you know, it's fun. It's just that added layer, you know.
Okay.
There you go.
If you want to build a macro, it's the tab next to the cogwheel called Collection. And you'll have to remember that if you want quick access to it, you have to click the box, show macro quick bar.
Mm-hmm.
When you do, it'll raise at the very bottom of your screen, it'll raise all our videos up just like half a square. And for each macro that you build, it will have a new button at the bottom. And depending upon what you do for the macro, it could have a descriptor, a qualifying role, a secondary role, a results role, a modifier to the results role. I mean, you could do a lot of things with the macro. I highly suggest you, if you're interested in doing that, I highly suggest you go look at the macro information on Roll20's wiki itself. It's way more in depth than I could even begin to do. I mean, I'm still trying to learn how.
Question related to macros. Are you going to be using the initiative tracker table?
Are you
He
talking
usually
about?
does.
You talking
Yes,
about the turn
okay.
order?
Yeah,
Yep.
fantastic. Because I've got my initiative macro built to automatically populate that.
Yeah, I'm absolutely going to be doing that.
Let's see if this one
Go
works.
ahead,
Yep.
go ahead and roll it.
So the macro
what
works. Didn't
Yeah.
populate.
Let me
Yeah,
clear
nice.
this. Hang on. All right, go ahead and roll your initiatives, guys. Let's make sure this is working properly.
What's the command for that?
You can open your character sheet, and
Yeah, if you open your character sheet, a lot of things that you hover over you can click on. So like in your initiative box, the word initiative, if you click on it, it's going to roll your initiative.
I need an AFK though, so it's appropriate that I rolled a 1, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Nice. Mine didn't populate the turn order though, I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm getting a message that says you wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Yeah.
oh,
You have to
yes,
click
I'm
your
sorry,
character.
you have to click your token.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry. Double click that.
That
Fine.
works.
So it automatically populates it, and then what
Damn.
I do,
I rolled a 21
I
the first
set
time.
it descending order, and then as we're going, you know, let's say, set it descending order. So let's say Real takes his turn. I'll just automatically click next, and it'll put him at the bottom and move the next person to the top. So you'll always know whose turn it is based on the initiative simply by hitting the next button.
Hey guys, for the sake of the stream, could we put our names, our Roll20 names, and then our character names below it, or by the side of it in parentheses, like me and Baldic have?
Yes, I was actually going to get to that myself.
Oh, sorry.
So nope, you're fine.
I'll
You're
get
fine.
I will step off your toes now.
It helps both the GM
Right, yeah.
and anybody watching. So you put your
One sec, trying to figure out how to do that.
You
It's
go to the cog wheel.
Yep, go to the cog wheel, and then right where it
The
says
very
your
top
display
is
name
the
there,
Display name.
I see it.
and then save your name.
Yeah, and then click Save Your Name. So I covered the initiative, answered that question. Was there another follow-up question to that?
I have one, but yeah, I mean, you might cover it coming up. Is
Go
there
ahead.
any particular mechanic you want us to know for session 1, or can I kind of take it as we go?
The module is actually built in mind to introduce players to various things.
Okay.
Mechanically speaking, probably the most important thing is to simply look at your character. Pull my character up. Is to simply look at your character sheet and be aware that a lot of stuff on there is clickable, and I will show you here using my own.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trick.
So let's say well, there's my initiative. Let's say you need to do a saving throw. Something has caused you to resist a charm. Well, that would be wisdom. So you literally just click wisdom in the saving throws box, the word wisdom, and it will give you 2 numbers. If you have advantage, you get to choose the best of the 2 numbers. If you have disadvantage, you
Take the
have to
lowest.
choose the worst of the 2 numbers. If it's just a normal roll, you take the first number on the left.
Okay.
And the same thing applies with all of your skills. Like here's my character's intimidation roll. And then your spells. For example, let's say I do a one-handed spirit attack. Let's say I do a hellish rebuke, and it'll pop up, and because it's a smart system, it'll pop up. It says cast at what level. I'm going to say level 1. So boom, it tells you right out of the gate, this gets a dexterity save. Your DC is 14.
Oh, nice.
So
It shows
you
the
would be
DC.
rolling a D20. It has a 60-foot range, and it's 13 points of fire damage if you fail to save.
Cool.
Wait, how did you cast that?
It's a spell in my attacks and spellcasting. For example, the cleric. Who's the cleric?
That would be
I
excellent.
am.
Okay, click your spell, the name of your spell in your attacks and spellcasting box. So we need to remember that, and you know what? Let me pop up your character. That's Exo, right?
Correct.
So we know that your Disciple of Life adds +3. It's 2 plus a spell level. So what we do is we go to your Cure Wound, we edit that, and we know that it adds 3 at first level. So we do this. We go.
Yeah, I see. Where it's 1d8 plus whiz plus 0. It'd be
Yes.
1d8 plus whiz plus 1, for example. Or plus 3 for this
Plus 3.
spell.
So go ahead and put 3 on that.
Done.
And then you make sure that saves. Now hit it again.
Oh,
And see.
yeah, plus 6 healing now instead of 3. Right on. Okay, so how do I... So is there a way I need to target that, or do I just roll it? I would announce who I'm trying to cast it on beforehand and then just roll the...
You would
the
just
spell.
you would just announce who you're casting it on, and
Okay,
roll
yeah.
it. And then that
To be
person,
fair... Yeah, go ahead.
that person would then click on their token, and they would gain 14 points of health up to their maximum.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say, to be fair, majority of my questions were about spell casting, but
That's
more
fine.
in general.
That's fine. So here's my Eldritch Blast as an example. You can go over to your tokens now, and we're going to look at the tokens. So let me, I don't think I have a token for mine. I'll just, do I? No. This is just going to be an example here. Okay. Make sure you can see this. And ours. Nameplate. Okay, and it can save that Y. Oh. Save changes. Okay, so you can see Sarah Dark Touch there. Let me move her up. Things she's on dark. You'll see that she has, if you click on her, 25 health. Everybody see that?
I actually can't click any token but my own.
Yep. I can't. All I see is a green bar.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay. You watch her bar. So what you do is, when you take damage, instead of affecting your character sheet, you affect your token. So what you do is you click on it, and don't type a new number. Let's say Sarah takes half her health or half her hit points in damage. She takes 13. So I type minus 13. It automatically reduces it to 12 and shows it on the bar.
Sweet.
See how that worked? Now,
Yep.
if you gain health, let's say you had healed me that let's say you healed me 7, I would go plus 7. And just like that, I'm up to 19 again.
Right on.
So there are some other things about the tokens. For example, let's see, what is it? Base. Trying to remember what. Do you remember what that thing is, Henny, where you move the token? Space bar. I think you grab the token, you move it. Move it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, you left click and hold the token, and then you move it a few squares, and then you hit the space bar. You move it a few squares, hit the space bar again. Now, watch what's going to happen to Sarah on the board here.
Oh.
What?
You can show your path.
Yes.
Okay, how did you cue that up?
You left click and hold. You move the token a little bit and then tap the space bar. And then you move again and tap the space bar.
That's cool.
Let me know if, do you see it when I do it?
Oh yeah, I can see everybody.
Okay, just because it doesn't show mine on my side, I was just making sure I was doing it right. Right on. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's a mechanic that allows you to do things like, if we're in a dungeon, for example, or actually let's use an overland thing where there's a big tree in the way and you need to go around it. So you'll notice that when you grab your token, there's a number associated with it. Each square represents 5 feet. You have a 30 movement. You can, for example, do that. And if you watch mine, you'll see that I moved 30 feet. So you get to see exactly how far it is, and you can navigate around without exceeding your movements. Now, if you're going to run, you get double your movement. So if I want to run, I'm going to run to here. I'm going to turn diagonal. Whoop, here. I'm going to turn diagonal. I get 60. And this is me going around an obstacle. Let's say the center of the picture where the heads of the two people are a big tree. Well, I just do that. And I've now navigated around the obstacle, and it'll register in a moment. And everybody gets to see your movement. It also allows me as the GM to go, oh, okay, well, you moved here, but I'm going to back you up those 12 or 15 feet and say, you actually triggered a trap right there. So this is an important mechanic to know and understand how to use.
Yeah, that's huge.
Another one that we'll get into, dynamic lighting. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not.
It's Fog of War, pretty much.
What's that?
Isn't it like Fog of War?
It is a fog of war, and when you get to dynamic lighting into areas where there is no light source, those of you with dark vision, etc., will have limited the ability to see. Those of you who do not will not see any square except, I think, the 5 feet adjacent to you. So you'll literally, unless you pop a torch, you'll literally not be able to see anything. Now, when I turn
I.e.
the grid
humans and
off-
dragonborns. Yeah.
I like to run with the grid off a lot, depending upon circumstances. And that's why that tap move technique works so well.
Hey, I'm going to pause for station identification. Hey, those of you that are new to the stream, just joining us, this is our inaugural session of our new D&D game. We're playing Lost Mine of Phandelver. We're going to be doing this every Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so join us. Bring your snacks and bring your ale. We've got them, so. 2 thumbs up. For some reason, I'm not seeing those segments when I move my character. Maybe I'm not doing it right.
I don't see it either. You just don't see it on your side. You
Oh,
see it
okay.
when you're queuing it up, but once you release it, you don't see it. But all the other players do. That's kind of what I was asking earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
I was wondering
that's
about that
exactly
too.
it. Okay, so there's other things to take into consideration. Effects on your token. So if you click your token, you have 2 buttons. The top one is the edit token, and the bottom one is effect. Some of these are standardized, so you'll kind of have an idea. Like, let's say you get caught in a web. Well, there's actually a web, and it'll show up on your token. Now, let's say you're poisoned. Well, there's another thing on it. If you look at my token there, you can see I'm webbed and poisoned. Now, this is a consideration, and I think Bard is correct. I think I'm going to change the way I do this. That red square, instead of doing movement, since you already know what your movement is, we're going to use that red circle on your token for ticking damage or anything that requires turns. For example, and we'll set that to show. Let's say, for example, I had the poison on me, and I know that it will last. It's a weak poison that will last 5 turns. So what I do is I put 5 in the red dot, and I edit my token, and I make sure that I put 5 in the second one, and save the changes. So, whoop. So now, oh wow, they added stuff to that. All right. You should be able to see the red line. So a turn passes, -1 on the ticket. Another turn passes, -1 on the ticket. You see the red line getting shorter and shorter. That tells you how long that effect is going to last. So if I go, an NPC goes web, and web's the party, you would all put the web symbol on your thing, and you would then put in the red circle how many rounds it's going to last. And each round will reduce that number by 1. This is how we can manually track on the token without having to affect the character sheet at all.
Okay.
Cool.
There are effects. I will have to... Where are these? You know what? I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up, but there are ways, things like that's gonna bug me.
Well, you can have us put effects on everything, like I have strength, and I've just been pummeled by arrows.
Ah, here we go. So, which one's the Dragonborn? Okay, Dragonborn. So, in theory, if I click on the Dragonborn, actually, that would be Torin. I can go down. Oh, what the hell? Oh, my stream is starting in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we've run long.
Yeah. What the hell? Okay, this. If I select Torin here, and I type in /FX space Dragon Breath, did you see
Nice.
what happened?
I did.
So
Yeah, it's cool.
let's say I wanted to do one. That's not what I was saying.
Where can we see a list of those commands at? Anywhere?
You're going to have to look them up in the Roll20 forums, the wiki helps and stuff like that. But there's a lot of them. I mean, I can do lightning strike across the board, for example. You know, so these are little things that we'll toss in there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right, so any last final question? Anybody need to know anything? We're going to go over some of this stuff at the beginning of the next session. So. Anybody?
I think I'm good. If I
I
don't
think
have
I'm
anything
good.
else, I'll come to you over Discord during the week.
Yeah, we got a week to get everything going. Okay, Bard, wrap yours up here.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're going to be stopping our stream here. So thanks everybody for joining. Thank you, Exoa, for the points. Thanks for the follow, God of War, and tune in every Saturday, 8:30 Eastern PM. Bring your drinks, bring your snacks. We're going to be doing this every week, so let's have some fun. See you, everybody.
Yay!
Woohoo! All right,
Thanks for coming.
take care, everyone.